So many people believe they need expensive classes or materials to learn English. However, there are simple cost-free methods that can significantly boost your fluency. And in today's lesson, we're going to introduce you to several strategies that can help you improve your English skills without emptying your wallet. Now, before we continue, I just want to say that as a tutor, a coach, and also a professor, that there is a place for free and paid, right? Both work together to improve your English skills or any skills that you may be looking to improve. But certainly blocking out anything that's just because it's free makes no sense, or blocking out anything just because it's paid makes no sense. So we're going to dive right into it today. Several strategies that will help you improve your English skills and that are budget friendly. So welcome to Breakthrough English Fluency without spending a dime. And this is brought to you by Mastering English Communications. So now let's just delve into why consistency is so important and why it really is the key to language learning, no matter whether it's paid or free or semi-free or whatever. Practicing for even a few minutes every day can produce huge results over time. Mm. Now, you can take advantage of free resources such as podcasts, YouTube channels, such as this one, and mobile apps to make daily practice both fun and convenient. Because convenience is many times part of the reason we sometimes don't get to practice daily. But I can tell you, as I've shared before in many of my other videos, I'm a language learner as well as a language teacher. And I will tell you that many days I don't feel like studying either. Right? I'm a student just like you, in other parts of my life. But I will say that if I spend a minimum of 15 minutes just reviewing some of the basics or some of the intermediate material that I have free access to, it helps. Every little bit helps. It's the consistency that does it for you. All right. So now, why consistency matters? I have the number 15 here for a reason. I use that as a marker for myself that a minimum of 15 minutes is okay because, like many other people, I'm busy doing other things and sometimes I don't have the time. And that you can use 100% free resources for some of your study activities and perfectly acceptable. And as long as you understand how to use them and where to use them, you're going to get a lot of use out of it. And most importantly, you're going to progress 3 times faster compared to someone who just occasionally studies, okay, maybe once or twice a week or something like this, right? Instead, you can consistently study 5 or 6 days a week and really put in the effort. Now, there are a lot of free apps and websites available. You're listening to one now, uh, my YouTube channel. So fitting English practice into your schedule is easier than ever. You have Duolingo, you have podcasts, and you have YouTube channels such as this one cover topics from basic vocabulary to advanced listening and different variations of topics in between. So consistent daily practice, no matter how brief, helps you steadily build confidence and skills. So if you're already asking yourself, well, suppose I don't have 15 minutes, maybe I only have 10 minutes. Great, spend the 10 minutes. So practice daily with online tools. Use the free apps, use the podcasts, use YouTube. And have a written plan for this. Just sit out in the morning. One of the things that I do, even when I'm challenged for time, is while I'm having my coffee in the morning, I'll spend that 10 to 15 minutes just reviewing some of my language notes or listening to a YouTube or a podcast or part of a podcast. Now, the other thing you can do is find a language exchange partner. this is truly an effective way to improve your speaking. You can practice speaking with a native speaker that way, and in return, help them learn your native language. So apps like Tandem, Hello Talk, as well as social media groups can connect you to people who share your language goals. So partner up with language exchanges, find native speakers, connect globally, practice real conversations, exchange language skills, and use these three popular platforms or access that I have on the screen here: Tandem, Hello Talk, social media groups. There are others, but this is a great place to start your research. So consume English media. It adds an element of entertainment to the learning. So, of course, watch YouTube videos. Right? It doesn't have to be about learning, but it can be something like an English language program of some type. And so you listen and you learn uh, by watching and seeing how much you know. To take your notes and look up things that you don't know. And so it's a learning experience while entertaining. And if you're watching something like comedy or something where you can get a lot from the body language of what's going on screen. Very, very helpful. Now, when you watch YouTube videos or TV shows, I'm a fan of watching it with, depending on how, if you're intermediate level and above, try to watch as much as possible with subtitles of the language that you're studying. Huh? And then if you're listening to podcasts, listen to podcasts about topics that interest you. If you really don't care, whether it's your native language or another language, you're not interested. So you're not going to pay as close of attention. Right? And then also explore various types of radio stations, internet radio or others that are English. Right? So this provides an immersive approach and helps you become more comfortable with vocabulary, pronunciation, and conversational flow. Now, reading is another practical way to improve comprehension and vocabulary. News websites, blogs, and ebooks offer unlimited free content. You can never get through all of the content. So choose subjects that spark your interest, whether it's technology, cooking, travel, so that learning new words feels natural and enjoyable. And another thing is, depending on where you are, read out loud as well. Hearing the words helps you learn. Now, you're not always going to be in an environment where you can do that, read out loud. But if you can, read out loud. Hearing the language, you're reinforcing yourself this way. So, online communities and forums let you practice English in real conversations. So from Facebook groups to Reddit forums, you can ask questions, share experiences, and get feedback from other learners and native speakers. So active participation in these communities helps you quickly gain confidence in expressing ideas. So social media groups, Reddit forums, Discord servers, virtual meetups, right? These are all sources of free information. Uh, the only thing you have to spend is time, whether that's sharing or accessing, etc. The other is goal setting. So I know some people's eyes roll when you say goal setting, but goal setting keeps you motivated and organized. Whether you aim to pass a specific English test, right, IELTS or TOEFL, or simply want to speak more confidently, writing down your targets and tracking your progress in a journal or habit tracking app can make a difference. Small, measurable goals add up to big improvements. And this is across different areas of your life. We use apps. I certainly use one for exercise. I count the number of steps I'm walking in a given day and track my progress on other things. So do the same. It will be very beneficial in helping you understand that even sometimes we actually doing the work, we don't think we're making the progress we'd like to make. But when you're tracking yourself, many times you'll realize that you're making a tremendous amount of progress, even though you quote unquote don't feel like you're making progress. So use free language apps. I mentioned Duolingo, Babbel, Quizlet, and I've mentioned these in other video teaching that I've done. These free apps are excellent for structured practice. They cover grammar, vocabulary, listening, and even speaking exercises. So try a few. This is just three, but try a few to discover which platform fits your learning style best. And remember to stay consistent. Remember that first slide in the presentation here about consistency. Remember to stay consistent for the greatest results. And this is just three recommended free language exchange platforms. Right? Remember, achieving English fluency doesn't have to be expensive. And like I said before, using a coach is great. Attending a class is great. It's phenomenal to have that experience with other people, but everyone has a different reality of their time and how much time they can commit to it. All right. And also their budget. So incorporating free activities can be very helpful. It doesn't replace the others, but certainly will still help you to achieve some of your goals with daily practice, engaging media, reading, supportive communities, clear goals, and other helpful apps that you find. You'll be able to just become much more confident as you achieve more and more of what you're trying to achieve in learning English. So your path to fluency, consistency, resources, community, and confident communications gets you to fluency. So with that, that brings us to the end of the lesson. Please remember, like, share, subscribe, comment. It helps us help you. And I will see you next time as we continue our linguistic adventure together. Take care, everyone.